Let's start this shit show off with the 10mm. You have a serious Napoleon complex, and you constantly state that you refuse to carry those slower, smaller calibers because they have absolutely no chance of stopping some squirrely burglar who's more terrified of you than you are of them.
10mm.
Clearly, any bullet that delivers less than 600 foot-pounds of energy is not worth the lead it's been cast in, right? You continue to make outlandish claims that have only a loose basis in anything that could be considered relatively factual, and you're immediately recognized when drinking at the Legion because you're the guy who always has
this
to
is
have
the
a
reason
better
I see
story.
shit like this
The
over
one-upper, if you will,
weekend.
understands that
Watch
you've
it.
done great
We
things
can
in your
comment
life,
on it
but he's done them
I'm not a one-upper, by the way. Never have
as
been.
well and to a higher standard than you could ever dream to achieve.
I don't drink at the Legion. And when I do drink with people, I don't talk about shit. I talk
Guess what?
shit.
Nobody gives a shit that you carry a 10mm.
Hey, guess what? I don't even talk about what caliber I fucking carry unless I fucking carry it. Why doesn't this bald-headed, bearded faggot with his fucking little big fucking ears fly the fuck away? Who gives a fuck about... Let me tell you something about Tundra Tactical. He makes fucking shitty videos that fucking nobody gives a fuck about.
Different. It's way cruder than it used to be. And that's probably because, we weren't left to our own devices. People in. Now, I'm not saying that it was dirtier or
these
less
fuckers
dirty or
training.
anything like that. It's just cruder.
But it's not. I went back and listened. Believe me, it's not. And we were
There's not
talking
one
shit
that-
back and forth since the first time me and you talked. So, cursing
Right,
and all that.
Nowhere in the early ones was there ever a reference to beating up any woman or marital rape doesn't exist.
That's because it just came up. If it came up back then, trust me, it would have been talked about. It's just we're in a different time now, too. You got to think. We're in a time now where transgender women, which are, they're, actually men, are able to fight women. So that's a new thing. It's a new joke. Can't just tell the same jokes.
I'm just saying that it's, how do I put this in a way that doesn't sound horrific? It's edgy these days.
It's more what?
Edgy.
Nah. Do you want me? Hold on a second, matter of fact, because not only in these playlists do we have all the seasons of the early watch, I also got short gun videos where I'm shooting and shit. This one was a good one, the body armor test. But this isn't the point that I'm trying to make, though. Ate him up. That's not the point I'm trying to make, though. Tony says that we were crude.
No. You got it backwards.
What?
We are crude or edgier now.
No, I don't think so. Let's go into the early watch shorts playlist. We battle rapped Eminem, Antifa. We talked about, that was the one where we talked about force on force with Antifa and murdering kids. That was pretty fucking crude and edgy, if you want to get real. That's pretty crude and edgy. Here's where we talked about male feminists being faggots and Red Wings with Night Strike.
All right, I'll give the Red Wing ones a little mark for crudity, but
You won't give murdering kids edginess? That wasn't edgy?
pro-choice women got no problem with murdering kids.
These are teenagers' kids, though.
Well, that's just late term.
Oh my God. Everyone in Alaska being murdered where we were making fun of suicide. That wasn't edgy enough for you?
That ain't raping the wife is okay, edgy.
I didn't make that law. That was there. All right, let's agree to disagree. This was fun. Let's agree to disagree. We're gonna make that on Monday. How are we gonna be more advertiser friendly, Tone?
Staying off the air.
So we can't curse anymore. Yeah, I like the 10mm too.
Yeah, fucking cursing. They have a problem with that.
Cursing. So no, can't curse. You can't talk about violence. You can't talk about sex. What else was
What
it?
the fuck is there a point of doing a show then?
Well, you can still talk about beating up ladies, but I think that you got to do that in more like a respectful tone. We could still talk about gun stuff, but not how to put one together or take one apart. And we can't show too many pictures. And then pretty much we just got to talk about the news all the time
Well,
and
I
have
think
no
you need to
opinion on it.
refer to answer number 5 on the list.
Oh, answer number 5, Tony. What's that?
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
Oh, I must be. I must be. Yeah, Tony, I'm tired of this shit, man. I want to become a fucking cajillionaire on YouTube.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly right. I want to be I want to be rich and I want to do nothing to do it. I want to just release the worst content in the world and make billions of dollars.
We're already releasing the worst content in the world.
Yeah.
So all we're waiting for is the check.
We should start doing pranks. You do pranks on people. You got to wear your hat backwards too.
I don't want to be around people, so me doing pranks is out.
No, do it on your wife and kids and grandkids.
I don't even want to be around them. I stay in a separate fucking building all the time.
Okay, well, go and sneak into the house and put like saran wrap on one of the arches, the doorways, put saran so when they walk into it, it catches them and it'll clothesline them and then record it. And then
I had seen somebody coat their. I had seen somebody's video where they covered their fucking stool with saran wrap.
The toilet?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to do that one. So I'm going to do that one and cover the toilet in saran wrap at her parents' house. And I'm going to set up a video camera. And you got to fucking set up a video camera too.
I love the tasty pick of location.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm not going to do it at my own house because I might forget that I saran wrapped the toilet.
Marlin 22.
Marlin 22 magazine. 22 caliber.
And there's a picture of the old package and it says Clip Magazine right on the fucking package.
How old is the package? Is it from the fucking 80s?
Oh shit, I think it's probably from the 50s or 60s.
No, they've only been manufacturing these ones since the 80s.
What?
The Marlin 22 caliber fucking magazine. Oh, there it goes. Marlin magazine, Gun Clip Depot. But that's what the website is called, Gun Clip.
There is a package of a Marlin magazine that calls it a Clip magazine on the package.
Okay, let's go. I
don't pick on Marlins. I'm a huge Marlin fan. Which is why I lend them credence. When they call it a clip, it's a clip.
Watch this.
I don't have a 795, but I have two 60s, a 981, and a 95, and a 94.
Look at that. Marlin Rifle Magazine. Let's see another pack. I'm looking up packages here. That's a blue one, and it says Marlin Magazine. There's another one. Rifle Magazine. Rifle Magazine. Are you sure you're not thinking about Remington?
I'm 100% positive.
Because I've seen... Okay, there you go. Red package. It says Clip Magazine.
Is that not what I said it said?
Yes, but the reason why they call it a clip magazine is because there's a clip on it that actually holds it against.
It calls it a fucking clip, don't it?
because it has a clip on it. There's a clip.
Well, listen to you fuckers making excuse. You're fucking liberal in disguise, ain't you?
Rimfire, Marlin, Romeo, ammunition. I don't think that's what that said because that doesn't make sense. Ram line. It's only one thing, and it looks like it's from the fucking 20s.
Does it not come from Marlin and say what?
Yeah, probably when Marlin first came out ever.
So it was a clip first, and then somebody wanted to call it a magazine because
No,
they were
it
in the
isn't.
fucking army and worked in a ship's magazine or some shit
No.
like that.
That is a magazine. That is a magazine, and it said that it's a magazine, but it has a fucking. You see how this magazine? Look at this magazine right here. It doesn't have a clip
I'm
on it.
watching the chat. I can't see shit.
I don't give a shit. This little
Not
magazine
that I
right
would
here.
fucking look anyway.
This stupid magazine right here that says Clip Magazine on it has a fucking plastic little piece on it that you could call a clip that clips onto it. Like
The
a
one
wallet.
that I'm talking about,
Wallets have clips. Knives have clips. Things that clip onto your pocket.
the one that I'm talking about had clip/magazine on the package.
Nah, this don't got no slash. You're making that up. That does because
Oh,
that don't
I'm
got
not
no.
making that up. I don't. Well, yeah, I do make a lot of shit up.
Yeah, you're making
But
that
not
shit
say
up.
that shit.
There ain't no goddamn slash. And this is the only one I could find, and it's from like 1921, and it don't got no slash. And then every other one just says magazine.
Yeah. my 981 is actually the most accurate gun I've ever had.
Oh yeah, we're changing the subject now because we're bullshitters. Huh?
You roll up on a situation like you're in a Walmart and you walk up on a guy that has just shot somebody.
Right.
So you draw your gun and you shoot them, and it turns out that the one you shot is another good guy with a gun who took down a bad guy.
But see, now in my honest opinion, that would be your emotion in a way. Maybe emotion is the wrong word, but that would be someone's emotion getting in the way to me versus their logic, meaning that they see a shooting, see a guy with a gun, take him down. They use their it's not even common sense. I would say they use their emotional logic. Oh my God, a guy is shot. Oh my God, a guy with a gun. Boom. Their fear, their fucking panic set in. Whereas if they were more calculating, if they were more seasoned, if their mindset was ready, if their mindset was set on figuring out what happened, and then, what's that called? OODA loop. Observe, orientate, fucking decide, and act.
Well, this is one area of carrying a gun, as in being the good guy, where I would say that I suggest a fair amount of training.
Yeah, because the situation you described would turn the fucking good guy, the second good guy, into a bad guy.
Yeah.
On paper, anyway, Hashtag I'm a good guy t-shirt, so you just check off your jacket after stopping a threat.
They make concealed carrier badges and then these ribbons you can wear, or
I wouldn't
shoulder
walk around with it.
straps like crossing guards wear.
Yeah, but I haven't renewed my my CCW in a while, but I would never wear the badge when I had it, and if I were to ever get one again, which I'm considering, I would never get it. I would never wear it. I think the guys that wear it are fucking looking for trouble, or think they are something that they're not.
Yeah, there's
something with a badge.
There's part of the house of cards of carrying a gun.
No, there's nobody here. Nobody's gonna watch this video until like tonight, and they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, they're alive right now." We went out for a second because I lost it. No, we're not.
I don't care.
This was an hour ago. Okay, So you are one of the 3 last people on Earth. Or you know what? No. Take yourself out of the equation. No bias at all. There's 3 people. They're the last people on Earth, and they're all stranded on an air balloon. And the air balloon can't handle 3 people. It can only handle 2. Now, the 3 people are a man, a woman, and a child. Who jumps?
Who jumps or who gets thrown out?
Either one. Who kills? Which one jumps?
The dude.
The man?
Yep.
Society has just crumbled. Society crumbled, Tony. They're the last 3 people on Earth. I
Yeah.
hope that child's a boy child, and I hope that that boy child isn't that woman's child. Because they're going to have to recreate society.
So they're not going to recreate society anyway with just 3 people.
2 people can, a man and a woman.
Oh, they can't.
Yeah, it's going to be some inbreeding going on. But they could repopulate.
It's not enough breeding stock to do it.
It's more than enough. And 1 man and 1 woman equals hope. 1 woman and 1 child is annoying. That's the only thing that's left.
It's annoying. It does mean that humanity gets to go on for an additional 20 years.
Man, that's debatable. That's very debatable. Because, yeah, well, I guess you're right, because that woman can be insufferable and the man can kill her, and then that's humanity within the first 20 minutes of landing the balloon somewhere. Yeah.
I mean, genuinely speaking, 2 people is not enough to repopulate a species.
But it's enough to start. It's definitely enough to start. They're going to have to pump out kids, and then once they pump out kids, them kids are going to have their own little retard kids, and then them kids are going to have their kids, and then eventually the bloodline's going to thin out between the 2, and then they're going to fucking, I don't know, that doesn't make sense to you?
Nope.
Yeah, that's sentimental. That's an emotional stabbing.
Yeah, there was some personal in that one.
Yeah. Oh, you want to tell on me, motherfucker? I'm trying to be president, you son of a bitch. Gregory Collins died from a gunshot wound, January 1989. Now, mind you, we don't know what these guys were into back in the 80s. They might have been fucking their own kind of gangster or whatever they had out there. You know, who knows? Jeff Rhodes, he was shot, mutilated, and found burned in the trash dump, April 1989. James Milan, found decapitated. However, the coroner ruled his death was due to natural causes.
Oh, your head fell off on its own.
Yeah. It was time. It was time. Richard Winters, a suspect in the Ives Henry deaths, he was killed in a setup robbery in July 1989.
Wait a minute. Back to the headless horseman guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it only stands to reason that the cause of death would be natural if your head come off. You're going to be dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Naturally, if your head's not attached to your body, you're dead. Yeah, they're going on this tirade right now. News-wide tirade. There's another one too. A 2-year-old boy was found dead after he accidentally shot himself. So now instead of working on the sympathy of the school shootings to get their point across, now they're working on the sympathy of negligent parents. First of all,
No.
What?
There is bills out about gun storage.
What you mean?
They're wanting there's bills that have just come out about gun storage where they want them to be fucking bolted down.
Oh my God! So see, okay. So now we're doing some fucking actually real old school early watch shit here, because now we're pointing out fucking like, hey, so this is going on in the fucking government. They're trying to pass this fucking law, and now this is what's going on in the news. Because it's literally, look up gun news if you got free time and whoever's listening. it's story after story after story after story about somebody accidentally killing them fucking selves right now. I've
I
seen
wish to
4 already.
apologize to our current and future listeners for the providing of real legitimate gun news.
Yeah. We'll get back to the bullshit in a second. We're going to talk about the Clintons, all that. But hey, but this is crazy though. Okay, and I had, admitting ignorance, I had no idea that shit was going on right now.
I just fucking read an article, or yeah, I read it because they were just basically trying to make it impossible for a gun shop to exist. You know, they had to be locked in vaults, hardened steel locks that were not bolt cutter accessible
This is
for every
insanity.
gun on the place.
So
Yeah.
if somebody busts into my house in the middle of the night, not only do I got to worry about I'm just freshly waking up out of fucking nothing and have no idea what's going on, and I got to go grab my gun, and yeah, now I have to fucking put a puzzle together to take it apart and get it ready to fucking shoot. Like, what the fuck?
Unlock the padlock, release the steel rod going through the trigger. Most likely, go to the other safe and get your ammo out.
Yeah, hang on. Don't fucking get the bedroom yet. I'm getting my gun ready.
Please give me just 2 minutes.
Yeah, hey, but now, because now you're putting premeditation behind this gun, because because you know how the criminals love to fucking sue the homeowners and shit like that after they get shot or after they fall through their fucking glass fucking satellite roof onto the table and hurt their back. You know, there's a lawsuit coming. So fucking, I can only imagine the lawsuits. Like, man, he had time to put his whole gun together and everything. I was sitting there talking to him. Like, fuck, this is ridiculous. And then,
Like, no one watches these movies and takes the precaution, like Terminator, The Matrix. Guess you could throw Blade Runner in there. Like, no one takes these things into account.
Can you show that head again?
the
Oh,
caption,
I thought there was a side view. There
yeah,
it
right
is.
there.
Pretty freaky.
Yes,
She's got a pretty mouth.
you're going to give a difference in the ability
Jimmy.
to... This just reeks of fucking stupid.
Well, at least her head is plastic, so you can shoot into some of those wires or something if she ever goes rogue.
I guess
Taking
so.
out fembots and shit, man.
Yeah, she's giving a press conference in a little pantsuit.
Well, I guess I better start developing my phase plasma rifle in the 40-watt range.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Or an EMP device. Bzz, gone.
Wouldn't look as cool in the back of a T-51 Angry. You'd have a plasma, or was it the laser Gatling?
I want to see her walk
The
across the
back.
stage.
Man, portable.
Can these people not see the issue with giving citizenship to something that is going to share its existence with the rationality or lack thereof of human beings? And this motherfucker is a difference engine ran by logic. This is not going to go well. This thing's going to walk around Saudi Arabia and think, God, this is the stupidest fucking invention anybody ever made. Humans are.
Yeah, once it becomes self-aware and be like, what's my purpose?
And then start building its own army, like, in a fucking basement, and then they're gonna... Yeah. No good. No
There's
bueno.
a shit ton of video. Look at this. He's got a guy.
The fuck you mean?
Hang on a second. I gotta
Come
skip
on,
this
let's see the
fucking ad.
upskirt video. That's what everybody's interested
They're
in.
about to debate an upskirt video.
Places we found a new girlfriend for Dano.
What?
I think Dano's a little suspicious too.
Oh no, there's a male robot there too. What the fuck?
Yep.
God, they're already starting to make.
And of course, just like Barbie, I had to drop her drawers to check her out.
What the fuck? Destroy them now. I hope they rip that hippie in half.
His neck is like too bulging.
Ain't you motherfuckers ever watched a robot sci-fi movie ever?
I know, right?
Can you guys hear that at all?
No.
Oh yeah. And that hippie dude is really just to do a little bit of misdirection, so you're not constantly staring at the robots. To give it the illusion of interactivity. I like that fake haircut. We'll just add a little bit more plastic over there and put some.
it was half-assed. It's like, oh, we'll add him a receding hairline, but we're still gonna leave him all open in the back, for
Yeah.
ears and wires and shit.
The hair only goes back 2.5 inches.
Do they not have lower bodies? Are they just torsos?
No, apparently they have lower body. I don't know, but I mean, it looks to not have. I haven't seen them walk around yet.
I bet you that podium is actually their lower cartridge.
Like it's
Or they're lower.
battery.
There's a big giant 286 sitting down there saying, "Let me be free. I'm a 286 from Intel."
And just a Patriot, I just went over to the YouTube side and said Jimmy's gonna go and check all his guns now. In the progress right now.
All you gotta do is just walk through a Walmart and scan them over that RFID deactivator gizmo.
Now, what would freak me out is if that hippie in the middle suddenly whipped off his hat and he had half a head.
That would be amazing, right?
No, that would not be. That would be creepy.
That would be
Because
time to buy depleted uranium rounds.
Yeah.
His view looks
just
real.
nuts, man.
Really stupid.
I just can't get over the fact that obviously these fuckers never watched Terminator.
Those things
No
are going to
shit.
become self-aware and kill him.
No shit, you long-haired fuckers first to go.
It's fucking crazy, man. They're talking like, I don't know. If that thing
That's
had a
like-
wig, I'm pretty sure I'd be able to tell that it was a fake, but I don't know, man.
Well, no shit.
But you would have to sit there and talk to it. If that shit just walked past you on the street, you wouldn't notice.
Or if it was at a
Them
distance or
arms
something.
Fucked up.
I wouldn't give a shit. I'd be like, oh, I wouldn't even think about it. Another person walking past me. And then
I'm
fucking,
going to
I-
start questioning
I don't even-
everybody on the streets,
Don't even
Kablamo.
fucking walk the damn streets anymore.
ripping hats off people and stuff.
let
You
me
have a
see the
plastic
top
head.
of your head.
What are all those
often,
Come
I
on,
see
Angry. You
something
should know
on
better.
sex bots, robots put together for people to have sex with. And I'm like, are you really that fucking stupid? That
Yeah.
you want to buy this machine that potentially is going to kill you?
ICP just released their most audacious Christian song to date, Miracles. In it, they just list God's wonders that delight them. Hot lava, snow, rain, and fog, long-necked giraffes, and pet cats and dogs. Fucking rainbows after it rains. There's enough miracles here to blow your brains. The
Hey,
song
wait.
climaxes. Wait. You wait. Hold on. The song climaxes with them railing against every concept of science. Fucking magnets? How do they work? And I don't want to talk to a scientist. That motherfucker's lying and getting me pissed. Okay, Go
How
ahead,
the hell
Doug.
can you trust any motherfucker that likes cats and dogs?
I'm beyond fucking that. I am beyond fucking that. What?
Well, you have to figure where. I heard that and was trying to say it before all that other shit.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Motherfucking magnets? How do they work?
Hey, here, I'll show you something. If you take a fucking large straight edge screwdriver and you check its first, it's not a magnet. If you take it and you fling that son of a bitch down like throwing a knife onto concrete where the blade hits concrete,
Yeah.
it will magnetize.
Yeah. Or they could just take one of those same screwdrivers and shove it into their eyes at an upward angle so it crashes into their brain and fucking kills them forever. Hot lava, snow, rain, and fog. Neck giraffes and cats and dogs. Dr.
The
Seuss.
cats and dogs thing.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Any motherfucker that says they like cats and dogs is fucking insane.
And that's where the kid got shot at. Some videos had the gun sound. I didn't think it was necessary. Yeah, so I don't see how there was no charge for that. Now, I understand the whole, what you call it, following instructions and all that shit and how they get, and I don't fault the cop for being extra aggressive, but I kind of could tell just by the way, too, that he was talking to the other officer that was there, that he seemed like, one of those bosses, I guess you could say, to put it lightly. I don't know.
I think that cop might have had a couple of cups of coffee too many.
Yeah. See, and I think too, I can't say for sure, but I almost want to say that I sensed fear a little bit, like and he had his finger on the trigger the entire fucking time. Well, majority of the fucking time.
I mean, you put your hands behind your back. God only knows what the hell you're reaching. Yeah. I'm thinking that they weren't going to approach them to clear the situation because they were afraid somebody else was in the room.
Well, didn't you have training like this? Kind of like train for this situation back in the day when you were training with the feds?
Right. That's why I'm saying, your first thought when somebody drops their hands behind their back is they're going for a weapon.
Yeah, something hidden in the small of their back. Yeah. Yeah, and I could
God, I don't
understand
know.
that.
Jacked up, I'd probably shot the kid right there.
As soon as he went behind his back like that, yeah. But see, he didn't, and then he had him lay straight on the ground. And once you're laying straight on the ground, I mean, can't you, for the most part, see like, hey, this motherfucker definitely doesn't have anything on him, and if he
No.
does, it ain't worth it. How?
No,
How? Or you just can't assume that.
you can't assume that because I can go around with a pretty good sized fucking gun in my belt and I'm pretty thin and nobody sees it.
Yeah, but he had him laying on his belly though. Wouldn't that kind of like gravity take the shirt down enough to where it would fucking press up against the gun and you see the outline?
Not enough that you could be clear.
True, yeah. But then why wouldn't you just arrest him right there on his belly like they did to the girl? They had her crawl a little forward, then they nabbed her. They
Because
could have
of
just got
the
him right there.
unawareness of what's in the room they came out of.
Oh, they wanted to get them out of the doorway of the room.
That's what I'm seeing, yeah.
Like that, I would also love to go during sex too. Yeah.
I got a pacemaker because my old lady was afraid I would go during sex, so she wasn't going to give me none.
Yeah. That would be mortifying. If I was fucking some old girl and she fucking old lady and she fucking died in the middle of it. Oh my God.
But what happens if she died right as you got off?
I would finish. But then then I'd have to grab a wet vac and fucking take all the DNA with me. April 30th, 1945, U.S. and British forces were probably minutes away from taking him into custody and try him for war crimes, and he knows his days were numbered. And that's why on April 28th, 1945, he went to Argentina and set up his fucking body double to get killed with Ava Braun.
First,
Anyway, Anita Ekberg, star of La Dolce Vita, made the news. Anita Ekberg, the media said, was living in poverty in Illinois, and all of her riches are in Italy.
Italy, not every bad thing happens in Illinois.
All her riches had been lost to thieves, medical bills, and a house fire. She died a few years later of natural causes at 83. Good for you. What's this? Oh, that's her. I guess I did care. Sammy Davis Jr.
He shouldn't have been broke.
Yeah, he owed money to the IRS. Sammy, goodbye.
No, Mark
Yes.
didn't date Becky. He dated the other sister.
Mark did too date Becky. He didn't
No,
date
he did not.
Darlene. Mark and Becky have a kid together.
Becky's the middle one.
Darlene's the middle one. Becky's the oldest. Becky's the blonde one. Darlene is the mopey gothic one. And then DJ's the boy.
Shows you how much I watch that fucking show.
Which, by the way, if anybody's watched that new The Connors show, my fucking wife watched it the other day. Ugh, it's so fucking trash and horrible. It's like all politically correct, all woke. Dan's a bitch. I lost complete respect for fucking Jonathan Goodman. Complete respect for him. Loved him, one of my favorite actors. He's doing fucking pussy shit. And he should have stuck by Roseanne. He should have stuck by Roseanne's side.
Well, yeah, the show that made him famous was called Roseanne.
Yeah, now it's The Connors.
It ain't Roseanne without Roseanne.
Yeah. Yeah, and it ain't really. And honestly, honest to God, it is not. Although Whitney Houston, this news article puts a picture of smiling Alec Baldwin right next to Michael Myers.
What makes you think he's smiling? You call that a smile?
That's a grin. Look at his cheek. His cheek is up.
He may have a plug of chew in there.
He doesn't have no fucking chew in there.
You don't know that.
Yeah,
Have you stuck something in his mouth to tell?
maybe he's storing nuts for the winter. I couldn't tell you, but it looks like
Kind of looks like he looks out for his winter meal.
Hey now.
Oh, damn, that's fat shaming. You can't make fun of that fat fucker.
Yeah,
I mean,
and he's not much less fatter than me, so leave Alec Baldwin alone. Oh, I thought these were comments. I like.
well, guess
reading
what?
the
You're
comments.
never going to get fucking away from now till you go on Jenny Craig or something. Fuck.
I do got to work these titties down a little bit to a man, back to a man size, at least an A cup. Yeah. So Alec Baldwin is a fucking murderer now, guys. Don't fuck with him. I'm sure he's killed before. Poisoning her too much, but yeah. So I guess the whole Baldwin situation was solved, though. They took. Oh shit. They took the what you call it, the gun, I guess, was out shooting. They took it out to a range and didn't clear it. Something like that.
But I don't know that I would call that solved. I mean,
Well,
there's a whole fucking chain of custody issue there.
well, I would say that it was they had a young girl. 24 isn't too young if you know your job or whatever, but this was a young girl that also said that she really wasn't comfortable with the job yet and really wasn't, I don't know, fucking experienced enough yet or something like that. She couldn't even load blanks. If you can't load a firearm, how in fuck's name are you a head armorer or an armorer, period?
Well, I would say it's because she's a woman. You know, they're thought to be endowed with every possible ability, spec of education, all of it. You know,
Oh yeah, and if a
over
guy can
us
do it,
fucking useless males.
oh yeah, and if a guy could do it, I could do it better. But I don't know if that was necessarily this broad's case, because she literally told these people that I can't. I'm trying to find the article I was reading, but she literally told these people I can't fucking do this job in so many words. And did it anyway.
I said,
do not. Tony did. F. Baldwin. Oh, you had sympathy for Baldwin. You sucker. Crybaby Baldwin lover.
look, I don't have any sympathy for Baldwin except that he's in a situation that really wasn't his doing as the actor.
Yeah.
You know, what I was going about was all the people that saying he should have fucking checked the gun himself. And, you know, he's a fucking actor. He was handed a gun that was a prop, told it was cold.
Oh, that part, yeah. You cannot. We've been over this too about celebrities, guys. Celebrities are not real people. They are fucking turds on the bottom of our shoes that dance so we could laugh. That's it. Or they fucking dance so we could cry, or they dance so we could fucking be interested in an action movie or some shit like that. They fucking dance. They're nothing to us. Court jesters used to get spit on and shit like that. There were some that were really respected, but you know, fuck a celebrity. You got to treat them like they're the lowest brained animal on the fucking face of the earth. You have to fucking do everything for them because most of them are, let's just say, partially retarded. An actor is the lowest form of human being, if you even want to consider them to be human beings on the face of this earth, especially Hollywood actors.
I don't know that I would go that far, but I'm not going to completely disagree neither.
Yeah.
But
So-
I'm fairly certain that this fucker was as stupid with guns as my 5-year-old granddaughter was before I taught her any.
I'm just saying that if Alec Baldwin doesn't have his handler put his pants on, the least that he should have did was check a fucking firearm that the retard was about to touch. My dancing monkey is about to play with a gun. I'm gonna fucking check it real quick.
Exactly.
Right now is a video of a bear showing off its nunchuck skills.
A bear?
Yeah.
How easily distracted we are.
Well, I'm looking up nunchuck crimes. I wanted to see if there was any mass murders with nunchucks, because you could do some damage with some nunchucks, and that is a blunt object. So maybe they were talking about that.
Most people who do damage with nunchucks do it to themselves.
Okay, I got him. How do I
And
do
you know
this? Oh yeah, more than likely, yeah. Okay, so press the OK button. Okay, Tony, I'm about to show a bear using his nunchuck skills.
Don't give a shit.
Good.
I would be less concerned about the bear with nunchucks than claws and teeth.
See, and that's why everybody needs to carry at least 10 millimeter. Because they got these bears using fucking nunchucks right now. At least.
And 10 millimeter is going to help in this situation exactly how?
I said at least
Over.
10 millimeter. 10 millimeter is going to kill me.
Over.
Watch Alaskan Ballistics. That's how. Or Shook Outdoors. Watch one of them motherfuckers. They love 10 millimeter, and they'll tell you. But
So
yeah,
you're saying a 357 Magnum isn't effective on a bear?
I'm sure it is. I'm absolutely sure. Okay, so at least carry a 357 Magnum. Happy? Happier?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay,
I'm going
and
to bring up the old woman with the 22 that killed a grizzly.
yeah, let's not. Because let's look up the grizzly that accidentally tripped over a stick and killed itself on a rock.
Well, I'm just the old woman. She's got way bigger balls than I do because I ain't gonna get that fucking close to one.
What was it, already down and hurt, and she like went up to its eyeball and stuck a rifle inside of it?
Nah, she shot it a whole bunch of times, and then finally stuck the gun in its mouth.
Oh well, yeah. That's because she was throwing little pebbles at it the whole time, and then it finally was like, okay, bitch,
Say all you want.
I've had
22
enough.
Empire dead fucking bear.
I've had enough, bitch. And then got up on it, and she put it in its fucking mouth, Tone. She killed it. She suicided it. There was nothing there to protect it. There was no hide or nothing. It probably choked when it swallowed the 22. Lived with 79-year-old Hartner and served as Hartner's caretaker. Hit Hartner multiple times in head and face with nunchucks on April 12th during an argument at their home at 107 Anderson Drive, killing Hartner, and then the guy killed himself with a gun.
With the nunchucks?
No, with a gun. He wasn't that stupid. He was with a gun on himself. Oh my gosh. Man sentenced to 16 years for killing mother with nunchucks. Tired of you telling me what to do, Mom? Man who beat his mother to death with nunchucks, wooden sticks strung together by a cord, will spend 16 years in prison. District Attorney Kamala Harris, announced Monday. When is this from? Oh, this is from 2016. Carlos Ramos, 27, was sentenced Friday in San Francisco Superior Court. About 15 years to life for murder.
I knew you fucking followed her.
Everywhere she goes. HCSO. Head Conservant Office. Investigator at trial. Nunchucks possibly used in a murder. Pennsylvania, 2019. Man seeks DNA testing of nunchucks and other evidence in murder. Holy shuck. Holy shit. Hey, look it. You can't identify as a race that you weren't born as, but you can identify as a gender you weren't born as. And the latter ain't crazy, but the forward is nuts. Question, if you haven't talked about it before, tips for a 2A person to be incognito in his day-to-day activities and range trips, living on urban area and on top of libs and tree huggers. So, be incognito in day-to-day. I don't know. I usually
guitar case.
Yeah, go become a mariachi singer.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. You and two of your buddies become mariachis and just hide your guns and rockets in your guitar cases. Yeah.
Either that or she was up in position to work her way out.
Well, I've always known that women are good at puzzles. And she probably just figured out there's no way that I could have my hands up in the air and crawl at the same time, but he wants me to move forward, so I'm going to just use my knees. So they're good at puzzles. They're puzzle solving. They're a puzzle solving people.
Well, I was thinking that they're good at blowjobs.
Not all of them. Some of them could get a bit toothy. Mm.
But look at it this way: the whole narcotics thing, when doctors prescribe it, that's just an excuse to get you back in their office every couple, 3 months, just to get the prescriptions done.
Yeah. Yeah, but see, but now being overprescribed, that would be at the doctor's fault. Like the doctors are making money off of this too. At first, I never knew that the doctors would get money off of that. I didn't know that they had any time. I thought a doctor was a doctor and they got paid for being a doctor. I didn't know that they were getting paid by the pharmaceutical companies too and all this other shit.
Well, yeah,
I had no
that's why.
idea. That right there is like, duh, you know, as soon as you find out where the money's going, and of course they're gonna write you fucking pills and get you on this prescription. Of course. I don't
And
know.
want to switch all the time to get to the one that's paying them the highest, probably.
Well, yeah, but then they got into the part where, too, you're right, but they got into the other part of that where they were doing that for the one pill, but then one pill has a side effect, so now you take another pill for that pill, and then this pill has a side effect, so you're taking that pill for this pill, and then all of a sudden, people are prescribed 5, 6 different pills a day.
You got a beard too?
Yeah, yeah, good old Chaz, the front runner. He was doing this shit before it was cool to do this shit.
Yeah, back when she made the switch, people thought she was fucking weird.
Yeah. Oh, Chaz. Oh, old Chastity. She's just nuts.
Before it came cool.
Oh yeah. Now how mad is Chastity fucking Bono that Bruce Jenner is the hero for transgenders? Huh? She was doing like 10 years before him, and hers looked good. You can't tell. If you look at Chaz Bono right now, you cannot tell that he was ever even close to a female.
Have you checked his junk?
No, I have not. I haven't been.
Run that by me again. I didn't hear.
So I'm on my other YouTube. Well, I'm on YouTube, like not signed in on the other tab, and I looked up Danger Zone because I knew I was gonna go on a Top Gun 2 rant for the first couple minutes of the show or whatever. And the first, you know how they have videos on the side of the video?
Yeah.
The first thing that comes up is LGBTQ quiz. Am I gay? Love is love. Quiztest.me, visit site. That's the first thing that pops up. Now, is that just because I looked up the song Danger Zone and the computer thinks I'm gay? Or is it a thing now?
I don't know.
That would be weird. If let's hear some comments out there. Is that coming up in your guys' shit too?
Are you gay?
Absolutely, Should we take the test on air?
Yeah, let's do that. That could be fun.
Okay, I'll have to do that. While I'm pulling everything up, how the hell are you?
I mean, let's. I was born with a dick, and I identify as a guy, so that side's out. I like to put my dick in girls or women. It's not make it pedophile-ish.
Yeah, we get what you're saying, though. But yeah,
I don't think so, but I don't know. I could be. I've been wrong before. It's not often. But
I don't know if this is something we could be wrong about, man. Let's see. All right, I hope we don't lose all of the 2 viewers that we have, but I'm just gonna let's see. Find out which. Okay, start now. Oh God! Before you start, compatible with your browser. I gotta add an extension to fucking Chrome. I'm not gonna. I don't want to do all this. This is too much. Web score by Protecto. Add Protecto's search protection. I gotta have a search protection to take the gay test. This just turned into a whole fucking thing. All right. Okay. Start now.
I'm not sure that I would be comfortable with that adding extensions to a gay test.
God damn, if it's that fucking easy to trick somebody into being transgender nowadays, like, oh, are you a little feminine? Well, you're probably a girl inside your whole life. If you're tricked by a transgender, Tony, would that be considered rape?
I don't know. You mean if you're tricked by a transgender into having sex?
No, well, yeah. I mean, I guess if she pulled her dick out and raped you with it, I guess that's rape. But other than that, though, I mean, like, yeah, she tricked you into fucking her, and it's a dude.
I doubt it.
Okay, but I'm just saying.
Go to report rape and they'll call you a homophobe.
Oh, okay, yeah. What do you mean? Do you hate transgenders?
Yes, I do. They should all be dead. Unless they come born with vaginas, then they all need to be converted.
I don't say dead. I say fixed in some kind of way, like therapy.
Dead fixes it.
That does fix
There ain't
it.
no fixing it when some idiot has his dick cut off.
Oh yeah, right. What is the procedure on that? Can you get it put back? Oh my god, we've already talked
Scott
about
just
this. What?
Scott just said you should. This next step would be to Google getting your dick cut off.
What to do about it? Google, cut your dick off. During this time of year, it's trick or treat. I don't care. I still consider that that's got to be some type of a sex crime. I don't know, man. You're not.
What gun modifications do you guys have pause about? None. I don't give a shit what you fucking do to your gun.
None. I would like people to be educated on their shit. Don't be one of those persons that just because you heard every time you buy a new Glock, you got to put a new trigger in it. Go get a new trigger or something and have no idea what the fuck the difference between a 5-pound trigger pull and a 2.5-pound trigger pull is.
The big difference is the gun will become extremely unreliable with just off-the-shelf ammo.
Well, that's what I mean. The only thing that I would say is that people should educate themselves on the modification that they're going to do before they do it. Full auto's fun as fuck, but it's kind of a waste of time unless you just want to go have fun with it.
But, it's like anything else when it comes to guns. It ain't my place to fucking say what somebody else does with their stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean, I remember you went through that whole thing with the whole bump stock thing, too. I don't want one, but I don't care if you want one.
I think bump stocks are fucking stupid as hell, but if you want one, man, more power to you. I can care less.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's where you get into the whole issue, though. And I don't have pause on anything. Yeah, no. Anything that you can get, I would think is cool. Because I'll fuck with it, and I'll dog your shit out, and then I'll fucking give it back to you.